We can dissect that with Yanko later on. I think we should get into this one.
Don't know if we'll have time, I'm afraid. It is 5-1. Luminosity with a good lead in this. We'll get the tab score brought up in just a second and let you know in which order those rounds were accumulated. But this one is a gun round, and Slemmy is going to be on the UMP, indicating that Cloud9 very likely come in with less money. So I'm assuming that it would have been a reset after the first gun, if I was to guess on that, but we'll see.
You can guess what you like, Matt, but we're never going to know.
Well, we will get the game sounds rolling in a minute. We did a quick switch, so we're running on the secondary observer PC. Just give it a minute, guys. We'll be fine. But LG setting up now for the catwalk take. No one trying to take over long on this, so this might actually be a fake and a push mid or a lurk to try and catch off any rotations. The minimap seems to call everyone number 0. That's going to be hard for me. Shroud through the smoke late, does catch off FNX. We managed to get Skadoodle beforehand, but it's so desperate. That nade could do it. A nice lob nade. Shroud just with the dunks right now in a coldzera, but Fur's going to try and lurk late, as mentioned, from this lower position in tunnels. Problem is he doesn't have much ground to walk on.
Oh, there it is. Stewie does get the kill on towards fire. That's going to be the round secured. Fallen, though, AWP in hand. It's always a bit of an unknown quantity when he has this weapon. You're not sure what's going to go down, but let's see what he can do. Smoke's going to save the CTs for now, and I think he'll just be trying to save this off at this point. Maybe get a cheeky plant now. Actually, will get away with it. I thought the CT would be stopping this, but he's going to be to go down. He will die in a couple of seconds, but it's a kill for his troubles. Gets Slemmy.
And it's actually not Slemmy, sorry, it was Stewie that has that misname, the IWNL. TNW still can't come up with anything, have no idea. Yours is probably more accurate than mine, the New World.
We'll find out. Someone will tweet us soon.
So, Cloud9 do pick up their second. We just bring up tab really quickly if we have a chance here on the Observer PC. So yeah, oh wow, okay, so it was back-to-back from Cloud9. So this is reasonable. They are starting to chisel away an economy that's massive. Slemmy with 0 kills.
New boy.
Yeah, new boy. But this means they've gotten a chance to finally break the economy from LG. And they're going to go double up because they know they're going to be saving in the next round regardless, so they can afford to justify, or justify to afford. I'm not sure which the sentence I'm trying to say is, but they know they can bring this up and get away with it. Xbox smoke coming out, trying to get some establishment onto catwalk.
Smoke's coming in towards Xbox now. Looking like the buy's coming in for Luminosity. Could be a double AWP setup on the T side. Same for the CTs as well. Let's see what Skadoodle can do. He's had a return to form, I'd say, recently. Looks like he's actually impressing us in that game yesterday we saw against Without a Roof. We'll see what they do it with the big boys. This is the big question mark above Cloud9. They look great against the lower teams. We want to see whether they can actually step up against this sort of caliber, the current major champions. Sport waiting for this drop-down Taco. Let's get taken down by him. A big advantage now. Shroud looking very strong indeed. Finds another kill. Now it's going to be a 5-on-2.
It could be the Night's Watch, someone says.
Could be, yeah.
It's from Game of Thrones. You don't watch that, so you wouldn't understand. So bomb in the hand of FNX. He's back toward T-spawn. Fallen looks like he actually is going to try and work out of the mid door right now and get a kill towards CT. Shroud's playing on the same box we mentioned with the slight gap inside of the spawn, but he's going to have to commit to find that peak, and the problem is they also have a player inside a window as we see it right now. Stewie2K watching down that position. Fallen's actually given up on this. They may just elect to save both AWPs. It's the best call here. It's 20 seconds left.
Yeah, of course. Got 5 players and not much time to play over. They can save both weapons. That'll be absolutely fantastic. The Cloud9 do get their third round on the board there. We saw Luminosity trying to split between middle and CT spawn there, and Shroud that actually stepped up, and we'll see whether the AWPs can be salvaged here for the terrorist side. Fallen and FNX will be holding on to those. And this is an interesting map. We've seen the last 3 nights, we've actually seen Luminosity play Dust 2 all 3 times. It doesn't seem like they're afraid of playing it anymore. They don't want to veto it straight away. So we speculated that maybe you're trying to work on that. And what do you think so far? Sorry.
I think you need to hold it together there, Henry.
Sneeze. I couldn't find my box.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the veto on that, so I'm not 100% sure.
I'll find out for you right now.
As to how, yeah, please do. If you could look that up for me, that would be fantastic. But yeah, I mean, this is the 3rd night in a row that we've seen them play it, and usually it is their T side that brings the most of their success. So seeing Cloud9 pick up 3 in succession is actually very encouraging for Cloud9 to potentially have a chance at shutting them down on this map. But a big matchup nonetheless. Heavy hitters within the North American region. Double up again due to the save. Brings out FNX, the Phoenix, onto the AK.
Right then, so quickly, Cloud9 remove Inferno, Lumi removes Cash. Cloud9 picked us too, obviously. Luminosity picked Mirage, and we need it. It's going to be Overpass.
This is the thing. The Luminosity is starting to get counterpicked on these two maps because they're obviously default banning Cash right now, and Dusk is not working out per se as of yet, but Taco's going to take down nothing. That means they basically have to play off against teams that are going to ban Dust 2 or rely on a double ban then pick system. So weaknesses are showing for Luminosity lately.
5 on 4. We have had the pick. It's going to be Taco taking down nothing there. Nothing's been great the last couple of nights as well. Seems like he's had a revitalization, but here we go. 40 seconds remain. Fallen making his way out towards middle. His teammates are on towards short. He's basically the bait at this point, trying to get some attention away from CT spawn and allow his teammates to come up. It's going to be Skadoodle flashed off as Slemmy finds the kill towards the middle. Shroud takes down Fur. It's not going to be Skadoodle finding the kills just yet, but coldzera fighting back. 3 on 3 now. Time ticking away. 20 seconds to be exact. Bomb yet to be planted. And the CT's being very passive here. Don't want to force the issue. They have run out of utility as well, so hoping Skadoodle can make the next move.
Skadoodle's going to try. Good shot. Found. Takes FNX. But still, though, coldzera gets onto Slemmy. Fortunately, he's now left alone as Taco falls, and he's stuck on top of the site. Crossfire set. A pinch play from either side, and he needs to read this right. Skadoodle walks up slowly, scoped in, and Cold can't peek. It's going to be Cloud9 now picking up a 4th round since we've joined in. Apparently, we're the good luck charm.
I think we are. It was 5-1 when we came in, and absolutely right. 4 in a row now of Cloud9. I think the money's not going to be fantastic. Yeah, so it's okay. It's definitely a buy there for Luminosity, but they won't have the AWP on the ball, and I assume they will buy this. They normally do in these scenarios. So going in, AKs, get a little on towards coldzera, and we'll see what they can do this. Cloud9 looking very strong now. That's very good pincer play. Quite disciplined, like I said. They didn't have utility to work with. They wanted to wait for Stewie to come in from short. He got that first kill, and that was made so many options available for them to come in. Skadoodle got the final kill. And there's round number 10. A quick game so far. So you can see this aggression. I love this from Cloud9. Actually not scared of space. But actually, that's Stewie with the AW. To be fair, actually now I'm not such a fan of that. Why would you go that deep with the AWP in lower B? That's you can see they're trying to pincer with nothing as well. But that's really just given. Next, but Skadoodle comes back.
And we've got game sounds that are suddenly deafening me, but
there it is.
Slemmy gets 2, Cloud9 again. And another 3-on-1 situation as Fur falls to Ska, who's looking sharp, I have to say. FNX caught by him as well. Skadoodle with a 3K in the round, and I have to say is doing well, up to 7 kills total, most of those I'm sure over the last 2 rounds. And they'll stick with that double op. Stewie2K going to be the second one to try and use it. Now I want you to tell me.
Go on.
Actually, those are just sponsors. Never mind, there's no clubs on their side.
I found out what
is
TNW means. It's automatic. It's called Tim. And it means
Tim never wins.
Yeah.
I saw that. That was good.
So,
Tim the Tat Man never wins. Tat love in the chat. Get your tats up. 1G. Some. Spam chat. Yes.
Sadokist in the pit.
coldzera behind the doorway. Deagle in hand. It's about all they have left for Luminosity, and they're running out of ideas, to be fair. This is a shutdown. I mean, they need to find something that's clever, creative, and favors their style of play. They've lost Inferno, remember, in the map pool as well, so how good is their nuke moving forward? Because that's another map that could be a problem. This could really, the fact that they have 2 maps that they're struggling on could really hinder Luminosity moving forward.
That's probably why they're trying to do this right now. Obviously, they lost Inferno, like you said. They need to start preparing, and bracing themselves for nuke might not work out in their favor.
Inferno was extremely successful for them against European teams.
Yeah, you're right. That's the one you always talk about, that BXQs and all that sort of stuff. And now we go into round number 11, 5-5, Cloud9 fighting back here. And it's going to be a difficult buy from Luminosity. They've got a scout on Fallen and some upgraded pistol. That's about it. Looks like they will get a plant down towards short. But the CTs are fine with that. They don't want to give any frags away, any unnecessary frags at least. Bomb planted. Terrorists about any utility here, so they're going to have to turtle up on towards short, and hopefully crossfires will be set up and they can do something with this. Crowd edging his way in now, and it gives him a chance to advance.
Nice shot from Cold. Better shot from Fallen. Cold follows it up, and Shroud goes down. This suddenly looks all right as the bomb's planted. Slemmy, Stewie have to do something desperate. They're trapped inside CT and pushed in from Fur, but he's a long way away from his teammate. And the problem is now his teammate isn't near the bomb. Slemmy has to try and go for this. There is 8 HP, no nades, just a smoke, but Fur goes for the jump shot, and the Pistols win.
Well then, A round where it looked like Luminosity just going to get a little bomb plant down and nothing else to really work with. It turns into a round win for them. All of a sudden, a flurry of frags coming in there. And it's the scout shot as well that really sealed the deal towards long. The CT did what they could. They got 3, but the 2-on-1 for Slemmy with 8 HP just wasn't enough for him. And we're going to round number 12. And this will be the round that breaks his CT. You can see a Famous coming out. Orb still on Skadoodle. Definitely got that double orb set up now. And it's big. Nice distraction coming in from third. Just smoke on the corner. Flashes out as well. He's trying to hold the CTs as long as he can. Looks like a B split will be coming in pretty quickly here. Stewie holding towards the back of B. Does a lot of damage with the smoke there. Takes down Tacio with the M4 spray. And now it's going to be their man advantage. Actually stops the push of the terrorists here. They're going to reposition themselves, but start.
Fast B.
Smoke, yeah.
Good read from nothing. He's going to try and spray and then line it up, but he gets one back for and Cold bails him. Now they've got the inside of the site to work with. Shroud, quick pop flash over. He's going to go right for this. You know Shroud style, and now he's committed because he's on the flames. He's in the fire, but he somehow gets away with it. Gets 1 kill. Good read from Fur. Takes down Skadoodle, who follows, and suddenly, although he doesn't pick up the bomb on the way by, he gets the shot.
Okay.
That's all he was trying to do, was shoot so he could grab the bomb.
That works, though. And it was Stewie through the smoke who opened things up. He thought that was a huge advantage for Cloud9, but Luminosity just readjusted himself, fell back to the tunnels, and did the contact play through the smoke and somehow got the first 2 kills. Shroud pushing for Incendiary. You thought that might be a little bit too bold. He gets 1, but that's all he gets for it. Now the double up set up back out for Luminosity. We do have a pretty much full eco here for Cloud9. P250s and USPs, that's all they really have. So if they were to win this, it would be an absolute travesty, but Luminosity now focusing once again towards that B side of the map. Looking for anyone to face here. And into the dying moments of this first half. It's number 13 out. And Luminosity will be winning the half. By the looks of things, not confirmed just yet. But takes that through the door as well. Quite rare to see a spam actually work out. Fernando players obviously a little bit more favourable. They feel damage come through them, but and FNX doing some serious work.
Straightforward, isn't it? 5 rounds for Cloud9. They'll sit on that total for a further one after this, as Luminosity is going to pick up their 8th. So the 5 rounds they started off with, this lead that they grabbed, starting to save them here, because remember, they did get their economy broken. They've chiseled back in now. And Cloud9 in a position to buy, but they won't be able to get an AWP out. They're $50 light on Skadoodle. How frustrating is that?
Very frustrating, if you don't mind me saying.
I kind of mind, but go ahead.
It's very frustrating, you're absolutely right. And you'll see, that's obviously the difference between buying sometimes buying a cheeky decoy and done it, might have had the orb.
I mean, to be fair, it would have been glass cannon, and they may not have ran it there anyway, but they would have had the option at least.
I'd rather have Skadoodle glass cannon orb than Skadoodle with body armor and M4 grenades. Let's be real.
Bro, I am real.
You are.
I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize 1,000 times. That was a classic.
Different conversation maybe. Going to round number 14 now. 4 players, 4 Luminosity making their way up towards short.
This is something that a lot of teams don't do because of how passive the meta has become, is just simply Molotoving off that spot by the stairs. So LG are really checking every corner, trying to make sure that they cover this off so they can go for these executions. And they actually, to be fair, have a chance at this time because they've stacked up inside of the B site with 3 players. And an interesting call. That's Slemmy gambling on this right now, trying to lead Cloud9 in that position. They're going to try and push out on long as well to get information, and that is a free A site, I'm afraid. They're going to have to play a retake game.
Yeah, but Luminosity not aware of it right now. They still think that this could be potential enemies waiting there. They're going to slowly edge their way up now.
This could be a caught man right now. Yep, done. That's information that they pushed out long. That should tell them they don't have to worry about it. They can actually even potentially plant safe and set up toward Goose and even try and take it with the AWP. But Cold misses the shot toward the catwalk, and they slow down. Cloud9 showing some discipline on this retake, and Cold is aware of it, wants to get better position while he still can.
Well, that's the problem. He's got himself in a very strong spot now. He can actually shut down the 3 CTs coming in. Skadoodle drops first, changes his position once again, now goes to the ramp. CTs with no grenades left. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath there. Wow. Gets 1, coldzera chiming in as well. Wow. That's going to be it. Headshot on towards Shroud. Now there's nothing. It's at the final. Well, it's coming up to the final round. It's nothing now. They won't have any cash ready to buy the next round. I guess they just save it, give it to Skadoodle next and hope he can produce some magic. So smart from coldzera. Yeah, he should have been punished as soon as he fired that first shot. I'm not sure why people don't go around there and getting the kill. You said it was disciplined, but if I'm honest, they allowed him to get too far back. He got all the way towards Goose before they even made the next move. So as soon as you take that shot, you want to be getting around. You want to be swarming him. Make him drop down the CT spawn. Don't allow him to get all the way onto the site. Uncontested.
So 9-5 Lumi in the first map.
Did they save the AWP? Yeah, they did.
So far, yeah. But not much else.
I think I saw an auto snap him up. Get ready.
Tap, 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 tap. One kill with it. It works this time. Nothing going to do what he can with the scout that he salvaged, but in doing so, he slowed himself at getting to the tunnels, and they're already in the site. It might have been better not to do so, nothing. But Taco now has sight. Bomb late to the rotation because they were waiting to see what they could find for picks is in the hands of coldzera and will be arriving momentarily. But that's good Molotov forcing out Slemmy. And here we go, Skadoodle. Heroics time. Oh, all right, spots the first. Nice flick. Very fast reactions, but he commits to the smoke and goes down, and that should pretty much do it for the round, I'm afraid. Shroud does pick up the AWP. Round 15, so we have chances for highlights, but it's going to be 10-5 for Luminosity. Quick shot toward the player at the spool stairs. This actually is all right. He's got a chance to get in here. Nate does decent damage, but FNX was holding the off angle. CZ prevails. 10-5 Luminosity, and it's 5 rounds, then 5 rounds for Cloud9, and 5 rounds again for Luminosity.
There were 3 stages to that game. It looked, when we came into it, it was 5-1, and then that's where Cloud9, we were the good luck charm, as you said.
That ran out fast.
And it ran out fast, and it's going to be 10-5, which is the kind of scoreline I would be expecting going into this one anyway. But Luminosity looking like they're quite confident on Dust 2 now. It seems like they're kind of getting better at it each night. Came in very sloppy and looked like they were kind of loose. And actually, good fundamentals now, and their last 5 rounds especially showed what they can do on it. The money was pretty poor for Cloud9 to finish things off, but still, I like the approach from Luminosity as a whole. I felt like it was good standards and good mid-round decisions as well. But the second half, what can you say about this one?
I could say a lot. First and foremost, that Skadoodle on the AWP has to be something that Cloud9 looks for because that's been most of their success.
Right then. Well, have a look at the buy for the pistol coming in. It's going to be Cloud9 obviously on the T side, 4 sets of armor for them, a smoke on Slemmy, and the bomb's down to T spawn here with him. So I'd assume the smoke eventually goes down towards Xbox, and they'll probably go to an ace at that point, trying to keep one player along. But of course, boosted up towards short. We saw this before in the previous game. It's mainly to gain information, but you need to be very careful. If you do drop a frag, that does give away a lot of information, and you need to just try and get 1 kill, fall back, or push towards the B tunnels where they go fast. We'll see what they decide to do here. Here comes 3 players towards middle. I'm expecting to see that smoke on Xbox. We'll see where it does end up. Nothing now, lower B. Still 2 players on shore for Luminosity. Good work. Nothing, good teamwork. Flash comes over from mid. He faces towards short, takes down Fallen. Long control coming in, but it's FNX to bite back. Takes down Stewie.
FNX, though, still looking for more. Nothing gets the shot. In return, 56 seconds still to play with on this pistol round, and coldzera gets the shot back. It finally brings it back to 3 versus 3, but he's going to charge like a horse towards Shroud. Does get dinked up in the process, but responds better still with the headshot. And they're going to push onto him. They have a chance, but the smoke comes out. That'll keep him alive. And his teammates rotated over FNX, and he'll close it out. Look at the HP.
That's crazy. coldzera, how did he get away with that one? Low HP, completely blasted by Shroud in middle. You'd think, like, coldzera would fall back at that point, but he's got the confidence to face him again, lands the 1 shot, and then, like you said, FNX pushing through that smoke and finishing things off in style. That's going to bring it in 11-5. No plant for Cloud9. Then we'll be force buying here, of course, and it's going to be good with the scout as well. Same boost coming in we saw on the pistol. 2 players towards short, looking for that initial pick, and it's going to be early long control. Looking, I should say, for long control as Cloud9 opt out after getting to the doors. It's going to be fair with that MP9 towards short. So the terrorists do have a smoke and a couple of flashbangs here, but they're going to be relying on
a pancake.
Relying on the damage inflicted from Skadoodle here. See if we can open anything up.
Fallen, scout shot.
Misses.
Second one certainly does not.
Indeed, I agree.
Shroud's head ripped off. Lovely little shot off the back bumper. We're messing it up.
If you're going to try and do English, at least...
The snooker. We have to do the snooker.
And the players now setting themselves up for the...
All right, that's enough. They are approaching quickly, though. Down the left wall. Skadoodle holding the angle to make sure they're clear, and the Tech9 in good position does get one on the Fallen, but FNX from Catwalk. Now, they've given up the A site. This is a bomb plant for Cloud9. Good little gun switch for FNX. Oh, that first showed up when the sewing machine stitches Skadoodle. into a nice cocoon by which he can float into a butterfly and try again in the next round.
Float into a butterfly.
Turn into a butterfly, you get it.
Yeah. Well, the force buy for Cloud9 doesn't work out in terms of winning the round, but they get their bomb down. So Filho goes next round, and then they can buy up once again. That's going to allow Luminosity to get the 13-5 here. That's a very dangerous proposition. We'll see how this one goes down. 21 kills for FNX. Fernando far behind on 20 as well. Slemmy, though, 4 for 15. He's having a difficult day here. Here's the new in-game leader, though. But for me, that's never really been a solid excuse, Matt. I don't really buy into the whole idea if you're the in-game leader, you can't frag. I don't really think there's any legs on that, but, you know, each their own. We all like an excuse these days.
Cold's going to know they're going to try and take Catwalk now with that Xbox smoke. So he's in good position. Fur's going to bait it out, get further information still, and now Cold faces. It's a perfect setup from LG to counter this.
Coldzera gets that first kill. Decent grenade coming in. That's going to wreck.
Yep.
He's waiting for him. It's going to be Shroud. And now this could be the big spray down from Fur. Gets another. 50,000 comes out. He's not done this yet.
Nicely done for
How many was that?
4. Cold got the first one, but he gets 4 immediately after. The days when Luminosity showed up before coldzera, FNX, Taco were on this team, Fur was the man to watch. Fur and Fallen are the only 2 remaining players of the original Brazilian roster that made their debut at the X Games last year in Counter-Strike CSGO. It's my fact-reading voice.
Damage being done by Cloud9. Skadoodle, he hits coldzera as he jumps through the door. 13-5, and they're keeping their lesser weapons there, the Scout and the FAMAS, of course. Trying to build up that bankroll. And we'll see Skadoodle here. He's actually on the glass cannon.
Well, this is the thing. They need the impact.
Flick of the wrist, that's what they need.
Shroud. Already onto the catwalk. Bomb at the top of middle right now in the hands of Slemmy. He's going to throw it down toward lower tunnels despite having 3 players now on cat. And he himself is going to look toward long.
I guess this is the second mark. They were looking for that initial pick, and as you said, they need that impact. It's Skadoodle to open things up, takes on FNX. Still 4 Cs to find. They haven't really got any control of the map apart from this short area, but looking at execution coming in, I would say this will probably be a fake at this point. They haven't got the manpower to actually force that a situation, so they're going to be pushing back towards middle, but coldzera, one of the scariest players in the world right now. Let's see if he can hold them off. It's going to be Stewie going in first with grenades out for some reason. He gets taken down by Slemmy in the end, but still someone else in B to challenge. That's going to be Taco.
Slemmy in over top of the box though, and Taco's down already just like that. So a good play to read to go back to B on this, because it looked like Slemmy wanted to take over long, but he was slimy instead and went back to B.
Slimy.
That's going to now be a split from the 2 CT players. A kit in the hands of Fallen.
Yep.
That is all. And he's
Scout.
already backing away from this. They're going to look for exits.
I think you're right, for once.
They're getting closer slowly, but that's just because they want to cover off. Okay, Fallen flash. Now, tunnels faced. I'm wrong, Henry.
So, as usual, you are
Shut up. Slemmy's here watching the doorway. Fallen goes down. It should be pretty straightforward from this point. Crossfire set, and nothing will get Fur.
2 players remain for Cloud9, but they get the AWP, and it was Skadoodle to open things up, and it's Slemmy to finish them off. But the thing is, Luminosity had tons of cash there. Like I said, there was at the Jaden round, right? They kept the Scouts and they kept the FAMAS. They still have money going into this. They even have enough for a double AWP setup here. And the money, even if they lost those last two frags, they could have found 2 kills and not even won the round. That would have affected the terrorist money. And it still is pretty heavily affected. Skadoodle without head armor might not sound like a big deal, but against an M4, that's now a 1-shot kill. So he needs to be very careful now. Distinct lack of utility as well. Slemmy with no grenades whatsoever. They've got 3 smokes and some Molotovs. That can be a massive deal on Dust 2. 2 players boosted up towards short this time with the CTs. They'll be going aggressive here as well, but Slemmy has got control of long. That can be one of the most valuable parts of the map. Gives you a lot of intel and gives you many options in terms of splitting towards the A site and leaving a player in pits and trying to make things uncomfortable for the CTs, but they've got firm control of short for now.
FNX is here waiting. Smoke dissolves. It's an Xbox position for Stewie that could be caught. And we mentioned how LG was checking this angle, how they were Molotoving it. See if Cloud9 even consider it. They do have 3 Molotovs to work with. Smoke from short onto Stewie, leaves a slight gap. No one's going to push it, but Stewie has the angle if they do. And they take it back. FNX elects to go through. Actually does get the shot onto Stewie despite the angle being favorable. Now it's Taco to take down Shroud. coldzera through the smoke. Slemmy's gone. Brilliant shot. It's down to just nothing in Skadoodle. This could be on 14 rounds for Luminosity any second.
Yeah, I think it's going that way. They've got flashbangs, they've got smokes. Even if it is a decent plant, they can't really do much of this. Nothing has to set the world on fire to actually keep them alive here. It's going to be smokes coming in, flashbangs. It's going to take away vision from the teammate as well. But there's the first kill. Can you do anything more?
Skadoodle as well on the ramp right now. Good flick, takes down Fallen. They're getting themselves back into it. Skadoodle's got FNX, but he's the last alive. And Fur tagging him up, couldn't get him away. It's going to now be the 14th round. Luminosity do prevail.
There it is.
Fly Lux shot. Do you think that's named after his 4K? His double.
He's already got his own homage on the map now.
Yep.
So I don't think he needs to name a knife that. That's how balling. That's when you know you're balling out of control and you've got your own.
You got your own thing in the map.
Yeah.
Balling out of control. To be fair though, he could have named it before that happened.
True. I think he probably did. I do recognise that. Well, pause comes in, and rightly so for Cloud9 map. You need to get presentable on the camera, please. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
Back to us.
First day on the job. Sorry about that. I mean, Cloud9. To be fair, like when they were at the first half, it looked like pause bell, HenryG's talking bell. Whatever.
That's a douchebag bell.
Okay. All right, Henry.
Hi.
As I was saying, Cloud9. Getting those 5 rounds in a row, it looked like it was going to be similar problems from Luminosity. And we know their CT's been weak, but there's no assertion right now. And you got to wonder if Slemmy just doesn't have them in order yet, if you can't find the execution. But even just clearing out defaults, Luminosity have a counter to it. We see them there in Catwalk. They're setting up. They have the smokes out on Xbox. They get in a position to play it. And Luminosity take the fight instead with a 2-man stack. Meanwhile, no one's even looking to try and take over that long position or push the player at long back or force even a second rotation of a player out to support the guy at long. So they need to be making the CTs move a lot more.
The problem is, you say that, but the options are very limited at this point. It's 14-6.
At this point, sure. I'm dissecting.
Yeah, of course. Backwards. We're going to discuss like what happens right now, though, because let's say they've got like, I think it's like 3K average on the team right now. They're 1 point away from map points on Dust 2 against Luminosity. Look at the cash for Luminosity. They've got double orbs. They've got everything going for them. The best Cloud9 can really hope for maybe Galil's and Tech9 combo. And what do you even do with that one? You're just like go for a mid-split fast and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Luminosity got so many rounds here. Can this be aggressive? They'll just be looking for that first pick.
I do admire them at least using the timeout because I do agree. I think this game is kind of a foregone conclusion. But you might as well use the timeout, talk about it, see if there is something that you can create out of this.
Yep.
It seems like a lot of teams never use them, and we often question why that is. So there is that, HenryG.
We do normally say, like, you're just about to lose the game, which is a massive round coming up. Why don't you just take 5 minutes to kind of calm down and work out how you're going to approach this next round? But that's going to be happening right now. It'll be discussed. I'm not really sure what there is to discuss. I'm just saying, all right, we've got very limited options here. We're going to get Tech9s and Galils. We're going to try this and see what happens. And it's actually quite a quick pause. So
why not?
Tech9s, no Galils. Let's go. Deagles, Tech9s. They went for the utility side of it. So what's the best thing you can do, Matt, when you've got 5 smoke grenades and Molotovs here? Let me have a think. What would be the best thing to do?
Tell me, Henry, what is it?
You smoke off towards Xbox, right? You get up towards shore. You're smoking CT spawn, you're smoking catwalk, you're flashing over, you're trying to swarm the AWP on the corner, and then you're trying to get a short plant down and save a smoke for the post plant situation and smoke off the CTs if they're rotating.
Let's see what you do. Let's see if you're right, Henry. It's very specific. Who's to say they don't corner smoke out mid, CT smoke as well?
Okay, they're going before.
Yeah, see? There it is, corner smoke out. Man, I'm so much better than you at this.
Well, I think my pitch is actually going to come through, actually. So.
They're still going to go over toward A, you're right. But the first one is to allow them to look.
If those two smokes come up, I've cracked the code. I should just be coaching.
Okay, well, the first smoke is to hold them inside of the B site regardless, HenryG. Don't get too far carried away. And they are going to push coldzera back because they played 3 inside the B site, expecting that it would be a fast B rush. So good call from Slemmy here to actually get inside of the A site. They've got a chance at this. Cold, though, takes down Stewie through the edge of the smoke. That'll start things off in the favor of Luminosity.
Now they have that smoke remaining. That'll be a swing off short, blocking the CTs, coming rotating in. It's just so perfect.
All right, don't be so smug, Henry. It's fine if you know, but smug is something we can't stand for. Fallen, FNX, and Taco each going to find a kill. And Shroud, the last alive, will fall as well. Bomb plant down, though. Cloud9, a chance to bring out better weaponry, but it's going to be playing for overtime. 9 rounds down.
Well, then, yeah, that's a pretty horrible situation. They do get the bomb plant down. They give you an extra $800 going for the next one, but still going to be struggling for cash. You can see they get $2,400 plus that $800. So they're going to be at 3K average now. We can see the richest players, Slemmy on 3,500. Still a dire situation. What was the next map? I forget already. This is
you looked it up, but we didn't actually see it at the start of the show because we jumped into this. It's Mirage.
Oh, it's going to be Mirage next, yeah.
That comes up next.
Oh, that's a problem. That is a problem. Mirage, famously Cloud9's, even when the peak of their 2015 season, that's a map they never really played.
Abysmal.
Yeah. And that was with Sean at the helm, so.
Sean Gares now on Echo Fox. Winter Fox, Echo Fox.
All the foxes.
Catch for us the foxes in the vineyard. Or the little foxes. If you get that reference, Henry, I'll be very impressed.
I think it was a poem.
Kind of. He is a good lyricist. I would almost call him a poet. But it is going to be Stewie2K with the first kill. It's answered. Shroud comes back with one, though, and this looks all right because Slemmy on the Fallen. Despite not having weaponry, they've now got the B side, and Luminosity seems to allow it. Just have it, take it. We'll play the long game, no issue. It's all yours.
2 players remaining for Luminosity, but Cloud9 start their campaign there. Gonna need 9 in a row, but you never know, man. Maybe another overtime. We've seen 2 tonight and a 3. Are you feeling lucky?
I am not, but I have to warn you, Henry.
What's that? Warn me what?
Sorry, I just like cliffhanger endings, excuse me. I don't have to warn you of anything. Furs there, he gets 1, but that's all it'll be. Cloud9 gonna bring it now to 7 rounds. And we're gonna have a timeout called.
Again.
If I'm not mistaken, this one will be from LG.
Okay, then.
So they're trying to try something different. Interesting that they take a timeout this early when it's 15-7, but that's their decision, and they're going to do it, and we can't stop them.
They just want to maybe discuss and just end this as quickly as possible. Don't want to get themselves into one of those economic ruts, something like that. Who knows? Maybe it's just a technical timeout. Maybe that's just why.
It's tactical.
Remember to ring the bell. Timeout bell.
Oh, jeez.
Why do we have a bell here? We're not allowed to ring it.
It's for very specific moments, and you're using it too much, Henry, I'm afraid. This is the bell for you using it too much.
I think the match is on pause already, so
very
ring
quick.
the bell. We're going back in. Unpause bell.
Right.
It all works.
Kill me now. Wait, kill me, bell.
Suicide bell. 15-7 as we go into round number 23. Pharmacists have been purchased. So this is an interesting decision from Luminosity. Like I said, they take the pause. Yep. They've got massive better rounds here, and you go with the pharmacists instead of thinking, okay, should we just take one and we'll have a quasi buy and then we'll go in with loads of guns. But
they want this over with. They want to make sure that they can win and go to map 2 and win that as well. And win the series.
You never know.
Kill the opponent, win the round, score the points.
Ring the bell. No more ringing the bell. It's actually quite annoying now.
See? Now you know how I felt. Yanko's coming into the room to take it away from us.
Annoying.
But it is fallen on the AWP. Shroud, going to be late to work over toward this B side. He's the one with the bomb on his back. And there was a decoy placed initially out and toward the tunnels. It still shows on the minimap. It's actually gone. So it's 2 players inside of the site. Let's not be misled by that. It's going to be a B split. Already in position, though, inside of the spawn. Luminosity has FNX just waiting.
No one ever checks the position for some reason. Once again, not going to check it, of course.
It's so simple to Molotov that as well.
but he doesn't actually get any kills.
Massive damage dealt, but you're right, no kills. It only favors them inside the site, though, and Taco picks up 2 from it. coldzera, Deagle, close it, please, against Skadoodle does so, 16-7. And Luminosity looked better tonight against a better opponent than the previous 2 on Dust 2.
Yeah, we were wondering what Cloud9 were going to bring to the table. We saw this, obviously. Slemmy's a new in-game leader. They look great against the lower teams, and Dust 2 especially looked like they were very, very revitalized. But tonight, that was the last question we left. That was a cliffhanger we actually gave.
Just wreck us with that microphone.
I can't hear it, so I'm fine.
Don't worry about it, Yanko, it's fine.
The cliffhanger we left when we cast the second game with them, I think it was yesterday, we said, can they do it against top opponents? The answer is on the walls right now, because it looks like they actually got pretty stomped there. They did go to 5-1 down. They had 4 rounds in a row after that, but then once again, Luminosity go back in the swing of things, found 10-5. And then ultimately, you feel like Luminosity just outperformed them pretty much across the board there. We did see a couple of rounds where Cloud9 came back into it, but for me, there wasn't really enough there for them to work on. Hi.
Hello.
Thoughts initially on the TSM game? Anything on the Dust 2 that you noticed that you just really want to quickly go on?
No.
No? Okay, let's talk about this game on Cloud9 then. We did join in late, didn't see the first 5 rounds, but from there on, Cloud9, they get 5. They had 1 when we joined in, they got 4 more. They had 5 rounds on their CT side and then get absolutely blown out.
I think that it mostly came down to the stars, or so to speak. coldzera, FNX, and Fur had a great game. coldzera basically, you know, with Fallen having a bit of a quiet game, he was the one having some great rounds with the AWP as well. And when you add to that Luminosity won both pistol rounds, they are a team who is going to capitalize on it and make it extremely difficult for the other team to come back, which Cloud9 did a good job of coming back to in the first half, winning 5 consecutive rounds. But then the one thing I noticed that I really dislike is that anti-eco round that Cloud9 lost was because they were playing too passive on the A bomb site, right? They were gonna concede the bomb plant and everything, but they gave too much room. They, you know, at some point you need to react. And what I don't understand, what my problem with that is this. So you're giving away all that space when they have pistols or maybe a scout and everything. So what are you gonna do when they have rifles? So are you gonna forever concede control of the site?
There are some in-game leaders who feel like a full retake can be like a safer plan, because you're not losing frags when the bomb goes down. You can keep the man levels the same, and you're not having one person challenging 1-on-4, for example. But I think you're right. Like, if you're allowing players to actually get the bomb down and reposition themselves completely.
Reposition themselves is the big thing. That's the problem. They go crossfire set up, and you've got some of the world's best aimers there getting themselves in the great position.
Then what happens? The bomb is planted. You have to go through CT, wherever, and you have players like coldzera who is going to get one dig here and there. You know, you have good players on the opposing team, and you make it easier for them like that. It's harder for him to take that shot and make that one dig when you have an opper playing from car, right? And Mousesports is a team who does this on Dust 2 as well, and a lot of teams lose, you know, rounds that should be easy on paper for them, but just playing it too passively, too defensively.
Yeah, sure.
You need more cojones.
Do you think maybe the retake thing as well is due in part to the fact that, because it seems to be more common as of late, it's the extra 5 seconds on the bomb?
You love this 5 seconds on the bomb.
Yep.
I think we've moved on from that discussion.
I have not.
But we're going to keep going with it.
I do want to bring it up.
6 months now, keep going.
Don't worry about it.
Matt has to stay relevant somehow.
I still have my triggers, and that is one of them. On that note, we're going to ring the bell. I missed it that time. And take a break. When we come back, it's going to be Mirage, Cloud9 versus Luminosity, map number 2. Luminosity, map 1 in their favor.